Geht klar.
Ek meen ek is hier in die sektor waar ons base is. Ek is nie binne in die base nie, ek is net in die sektor waar ons base is.
Nice. Nee, nou is die fuck alweer gearchive nie. Geht toch, hoekom? Ek kos nou weer op. Oké. Nou kan ik huis toe gaan. Maar nou waar is die dan? Ek eers weer scanning tool gaan soek. Properly clocked. Back to the city werken. Jy nog daar, Trevor?
I'm coming for you.
En as ek vir jou terugkom,
Maar nee, soos ek gesê het, dat jy is besig om my hele folders te copy. Ek sal hom teen voor Vrydag sal ek hom hê en vir jou op 'n external gee dat jy hom kan op jou PC sit.
weet nie.
Fucking weird.
Ek is so bly ek het my fucking Discord gemute. Want ek is besig om te stream. Ek het geweet my naam sal gebruik word. Ja, misbruik word. Ja, wat alright. Ek veel aan die gang nie. Ja? Yes, ek is bietjie ver van ou Oklahoma af, but okay. Nee, nie regtig nie. Houden sy sê, hè. Dis die coolste plek is jou GPU. Het jy nou liquid cooling op die ding? Precaution. Hoe kom daar nou nie? Really Lewis, what the fuck?
I've been trying to say this for weeks. Carthag, you want the truth? I was hired to fix a problem, quietly. A man, high voice, long shadow, wanted something buried. No noise, no survivors. I helped him, mapped fault lines, tuned resonance, knew exactly what would happen. They paid me, gave me a new collar, a title I never earned. Carthag fell. You've seen the ash. But I laid the tracks. When the train came, I looked away. The nightmares aren't fire or screams, they're silence. That moment before, I could have said no. Now it's inside me. The rot. I drink, I work, I don't sleep. Take this, sell it, burn it. Just remember, someone knew, even if I don't tomorrow. The two men say first silence, then dust, then wings in the dark. I used to think it was poetry. Now, it feels like a countdown.
Probably. Actually, vir 'n slag nie so koud nie. Dis lekker warm dagie gehad. Maar die laaste 2 weke was fucking piskoud, so. Ja. Ja, daar was 'n rowwe 3 dae sonder fucking krag. Fucking dwars deur die nagte sit te werk. Eers gewerk en dan games gespeel. Of althans, nee, ek het games gespeel vandat ek wakker geword het 10:00, 11:00 en dan tot en met 6:00 toe gesit 'n game speel en dan van 6:00 af gaan shower, werk toe gegaan, huis toe gekom. I gotta be fly.
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special? That's not normally a good eye trade-in. I'm more hands-on. And I've got lots of customers, each with their own sordid affairs. That's unfortunate. I shouldn't say. It's not good business. It's not safe. All right. The lady was obsessed with her ancestral jewels, which I gather she lost with old Carthag. She particularly yearned for a necklace. So Phaedra hatched some kind of scheme to get up the money to reacquire the... I knew she was scheming up something to put together the scratch she'd need to get that necklace she obsessed over. No. Damn, I've got an answer, but you aren't going to like it. Phaedra was part of a little cabal who collectively had a stash of treasure they took out of old Carthag before it blew. Last to live takes the pot. Phaedra was making desperate trades to get the funds to retrieve her ancestral necklace. Well, anything could happen in that nest of covetous snakes. As for that person, not the sort of thing you spill over afternoon tea, is it? I suppose you'll be catching up with him then and leaving in a hurry, huh?
Summer sale is gewoonlik die hele maand van Junie, né? Is dit Julie, né? Ja, dit begin gewoonlik ja. Dit is gewoonlik die tyd van die jaar, Black Friday en dan New Year's wat ek games koop hulle die kak wat sit. Nee, speel nie nou. sal nooit nie. Ek sal nooit aan hy speel nie, sorry. Roos 'n poes ook. Hy is mos nou deesdae 'n groot misfit kat. Misfits is een van die grootste squads op skam of Suid-Afrikaanse squads op skam. Hy is nou kan maar een of ander groot kat in hy squad. Doos.
That's not your door to open, stranger. Push it, and you'll find I'm harder to move than most. And by order of the Emperor, I'm telling you to slow your gallop. There's nothing for you inside. I am the Sheriff of Arakeen, and the only uniform I wear is this sword and belt. Of course, you're welcome to test whether I'm dressed for the job or not. I found my reputation and steel tend to speak louder than epaulets. All due respect, but unless you can raise the dead, your timeline has just become flexible. We've got one survivor, technically. Old bird's flapping her wings on the way down, but she'll land soon enough. Tours? Now there's a theory. Got anything to go with that? Or are we just throwing darts in the dark? Normally I'd say this is above your pay grade, but frankly I could use a second set of eyes. And if you already know, good. That saves us a few hours of corpse roulette. A few of these poor fools I already recognize by build or reputation. The rest you and your... It's my job to know who's whispering in the shadows. This crew kept to themselves. Rich, quiet, and just strange enough to raise my interest. I've had files on half of them since they landed. They didn't emerge from the usual noble channels. No banquets, no procession. They landed like cargo off a discreet ledger. No registry, no flight logs I could get my hands on. And they kept to the shadows after. When nobles start behaving like spies, I start watching like one. These little gatherings weren't new. Masquerades are not. Same crowd, same vices. Wine, secrets, and shouting matches dressed up as witty banter. Masks just gave them an excuse to say the quiet parts out loud. They never shouted about spice or power. It was always the desert. Who knew what? Who had the map? Who owed something? Sounded more like a treasure hunt than a banquet. All I know is they were tight-lipped going out, and even tighter coming back. Anyhow, enough jawing. Let me get a look at that guest list. I'll match it with my... Appreciate it. Now I'll play scribe. Call her Countess if you like. I call her the last shriveled thorn on a dead branch. Sharp tongue, sharper memory. Don't be fooled by the frailty. She can still draw blood with a whisper. The butler saw things. Doesn't rattle easy. You do well to speak with him before the details slip through the cracks. See what the butler and the old hawk have to say. After that, come find me. I'll be the one holding this city.
Is deel nou op 'n ander server. Wat daai Duitse ding. Nee, ping is te hoog. Ping is te hoog, so jy moet loop na. Luister, hoe die fuck moet ek hieronder beter kry as wat ek klaar die beste het wat hulle hier aanbied? Hierdie chica was klaar geëxamen, ja.
Oh, splendid. An audience. I was beginning to worry I'd die without one. Countess? Did you just address me as Countess? Did he now? How sweet. That sun-scalded half-breed always did mean well, even if he has the conversational grace of a bricked-up cellar. Do I look like some lace-draped provincial with a grain tithe and a hobby kennel? I'm a marchioness, you ignorant little envelope. Alert the criers. We have discovered a pleb who can take instruction. I was Eulalia Hawthorne, Marchioness, patron. No. But whoever... Tours? No, thank the stars. Another bureaucrat... Hands off, you clod! You... No. There are tiny barbed claws secreted within the mask. Idiot. The wine merely opened the door, but it was the masks that let death inside. Poison in the wine, poison in the mask. One to loosen the soul, one to pierce it. Leave the mask alone. Because betrayal is their nature. Let's just say, what, by all means, prolong my son. No one worth the effort. Just... At least death saves me. What happened? Fashion suicide, mainly. Graf Vero died smiling, the fool. Spilled his wine and hit... with one of those ghastly little speeches nobles make when they... This I remember with perfect clarity. She said it with that awful snark of hers, like she's been waiting years to raise the glass. She said, to ghosts and ash, to the flames we escaped when we should have burned. Every breath since has been stolen, and tonight the debt is due. Hard to forget Graf Ansel Vero. Blue, a coward's color. Fitting, really. He always did flee when anything required a spine. Or pants. A thing? Darling, the Graf was barely a man, let alone a thing. He once tried to kiss my hand, and missed. I took it as a sign. Turns out my precious toxin modulator works. Slows the venom, preserves the drama. I'll die last, bloated with envy and resentment. Just how they'd want me. Oh, do not ruin this for me. I want to die with some shred of mystery, not flanked by bumbling concern. One last kindness, dear. My Mola. Kill them all. They'll spend my death pawing through jewelry and gossiping in the kitchen if you don't. It's a tradition, you know. The servants die with the mistress. Mostly forgotten now. Like manners and decency. But I rather... By the time your little report makes its round, perhaps they'll
Do forgive the mess. They died as they lived. Butler to the late Lordling. It began as a toast. It's simple. Wine was poured, conversation flowed. Then, so did the convulsions. Ah, just when the silence was Well, I don't know the specific... In any case, nothing else comes to mind. Nothing in this first pains me to point out the obvious. I was instructed to set the table, and nothing in this While I was in the room diligent, I was checking on the status of the soon-to... Ah, just when the silence was... Where do they come from? Say, masks are just another way to... No, I don't. Forgive me. Ah, just when the silence... If it reeks of desperation and mild... She was mid-squabble with the... Hard to tell with that set. She dropped it in the fray. Ah, just when the silence... Oh joy, you've returned. Ah, just when the silence was beginning to heal. If it reeks of desperation and... She was mid-squabble with the... Hard to tell with that set. Nothing in this vast universe. I'm afraid I do not know of whom you speak. I certainly...
Let's have it. Spit it out. I make it my business to know which flavor. Most of them never set foot out. Helps to know who drinks what when they start dropping dead. Spit it out. It's more his beef with me. Or my kind, more specifically. Tours his old blood. Thinks blue veins and powdered wigs entitle him to... I'm town Fremen, born and scarred. He sees that as an affront, calls me that Fremen thug. I call him what he is, a dried-out bigot in brocade. We make it work. Spit it out. Only by reputation, which is to say, heard she once tried to sue an entire Spit it out. Know him? Sure. I dragged him out of gutters more times than I... Spit it out. Let's have it. Let's have it. No blood or teeth marks. Good. Consider yourself formally initiated into the losing end of noble etiquette. She talked to you, didn't she? That's more than most get. See, that's where you got it twisted. That woman's got venom for blood and a title where her heart should be. She talked because you annoyed her. Snapped her right out of that death spiral by reminding her just how much she hates lizard-browed provincials like us. Call it a success. You woke up the part of a brain still capable of sneering. The question is, did you learn anything? Well, that's a wrinkle. Did the old bird say what color mask he was wearing? Back where I'm from, yellow marks a coward. But nobility tends to mistake fear for wisdom and wear it like gold. So find the wine stain next to a blue mask and you found our graph. We can work backwards from there. Of course he did. Might want to run that scanner of yours. Find out where the wine hit the floor. Then we'll have our starting point. Bold choice bringing a discount snooper to a high-born massacre. Still, point it at the mess. Might surprise us both. Sort out where the graph ended up. Then we'll talk.